Hi everybody, this is Father Warner D'Souza, and today we are reflecting on the text from Matthew chapter 7 verses 15 to 20. We are now at what is the conclusion of the first of Matthew's 5 discourses found in the Gospel. Until now, Jesus has been preaching the Sermon on the Mount to the disciples, to his inner circle. Now onwards, at the end, we hear the large crowds are listening to him, and they are astounded at his teachings. As he winds down his discourse, Jesus warns his hearers to be cautious, not only of the hypocrites within Judaism, but also those within his following. When Matthew was piecing together the Sermon on the Mount, his community of followers faced excommunication from the Jews, as well as a threat from false teachers within the community. These false prophets, whom he makes a reference to again in chapter 7 verse 22, in chapter 24 verse 5 and 24, are perhaps apostate Christian leaders who have great charismatic gifts of prophecy, a gift that was perhaps being used to mislead people. It is these charismatic leaders that this passage is aimed at. To erroneously assume that the Gospel of Matthew is anti-charismatic, not to be confused with the charismatic renewal, would do the Gospel great injustice. Matthew simply wants to regulate the abuse of prophecy by some leaders. This is applicable even today to those who have gifts, and in particular, the gift of prophecy. This abuse stands even more condemnable when those who don't have such gifts claim it for financial or for personal gain. So what's the test? How do we know if someone is truly prophesying? Jesus does not want us to be caught up by mere flashes in the pan. It would be foolish on our part if we look with awe to those who have spectacular gifts, which unfortunately often is the case. It is not the gift of healing or prophecy or speaking in tongues, but rather the fruit or the manner of life that matters. The true test is seen in lived faith and ethical conduct. This explains why we often hear of men and women with great powers who have people in droves flocking to them and are then caught up in a scandal. The question is, does that mean they did not have a gift, or was it a false gift? If it's a gift, it most certainly comes from God, but that gift could be corrupted by the sinfulness of the one who has received it. It is therefore imperative to test the gift by looking at the manner of life, which is the fruit. The invitation of Jesus to his own is to look and test and not be taken in by yet another flavor of the season prophesier. For what does not exist cannot be found, for grapes cannot be gathered from thorns, or figs from thistle. Many years ago, I read a line that not only brought out a smile to my face, but also thoughts to my head. It simply read, God wants spiritual fruit, not religious nuts. I thank you for listening to these reflections. I would like to recommend very strongly that if you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe to our YouTube channel, and as part of the work of evangelization, please share these messages with your friends. God bless you and have a wonderful day.